So Eden and I are on a little road trip, just the two of us. We're gonna go camp for 2 days down in Portland, which is part of Dorset. I've not been there before. It's a little bit of a drive. Should get there about 5 o'clock-ish. And it's a really wild campsite. So I think they said composting loos and cold water only. So, and there's no artificial light. So I'm hoping yeah, Dada's not here. Mama's here. She's sitting in the front next to me. I'm hoping that the clouds will take a break tonight and maybe I can do some stargazing while she's sleeping. Abba. Last December we did 13 wishes during December. Starting from the solstice, we burned a wish every day that we'd thought about previously. And the last one you don't burn, and that's the one that you have to make sure comes true. And mine was go solo camping with Eden. I don't really know why I wanted to do it, because it's not like I don't like camping with my other children. I think it just, I don't know, I just felt like I had to do it. And we're already nearly at the end of July, and I was like, oh, I better get on to it, otherwise it won't happen. So we are on our way. Sorry about the angle of how I'm filming. I can't get it to be straight right now. Till, you know how like you think, yeah, that'll be great, and then suddenly it's like upon you and you're like, why did I agree to do this? Why am I because actually the last 24 hours have been quite stressful for me. There's a lot to remember, even for just a 2-day getaway with a child. There's so much to think about. I have definitely thought about just being like, you know what, maybe not this time, but that is just my fear speaking, and it is my mind. It's my mind trying to keep me safe, because the truth is that growth does not happen in your comfort zone. It happens outside of your comfort zone, and so you have to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. And I'm not quite sure what it is about this that makes me feel uncomfortable, because I spend loads of time with Eden. It's not that. I think it's just the prospect of like the work that goes into this that has me feeling a bit stressed out. But if we did this all the time, it would become more normal and it would become more comfortable, wouldn't it? So I am doing this to make memories with my daughter, because she will not always be this tiny. This is her first experience of camping, and like camping in a tent. We've done yurt camping before, but we haven't done like tent camping with her. Bless you. Dada. Dada's at home with Leo and Fox. Brothers. That's right, she's making the sign for brothers. Lovely singing, Eden. I see the sea. It's over there. We're nearly there, Eden. I see a lot of vans that look a lot like stealth campers as well, which is cool. I like that. As you drive into Portland, you go over this kind of road that joins Portland to the mainland, and as you can see, it's rather pretty, and the weather was absolutely stunning. Once we arrived, there's actually quite a big gap in filming. While I got the tent set up, I was a little bit concerned about rain, and then we had dinner. No, I know. Tonight we are going to be feasting on beans on toast. Well, beans on somewhat toasted bread. Ta-da! I'm dining al fresco with Miss Eden. The tent is sort of giving us some shelter. Hey, bean face? It was lovely, although incredibly windy, and I was quite concerned about rain. I really wanted to get this canopy up that I had bought, but I could not do it alone, and the wind was relentless. This is just a small snapshot of what the wind was like, and honestly, it doesn't do it justice. This evening has been a mix of nice little moments and then other moments that have felt like this was too much and I should have stayed home. Nice moments have been like eating together and sharing chocolate. This light's fading, but it has been hard to like make anything because the wind is just so fierce. She took a long time to settle down, which is more typical of her than ever. I don't have much battery because I didn't charge my phone in the car because I was using it to film. That's something I need to fix, and I have a power bank and I've used it. It didn't have much power left, but I also didn't have the right cable. I don't think you can see me enough anymore because this light is not working. Maybe I'll chat more in the morning. Maybe it's time to get some sleep.
1 hour later.
This isn't working. It's like 1:30 in the morning. I woke up about an hour ago, having been asleep for, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes. Like the wind is like making the tent really noisy, and it will be fine if it's just like a gentle breeze. It's no problem. But every so often it just gets so violent that you can't get to sleep. Eden is sort of managing. She just had some milk, but she's also quite restless. I can't imagine doing a second night like this. So we're probably gonna end up going home tomorrow. Just praying for some sleep. I don't really want to be asleep. But yeah, otherwise I'm just gonna chuck it all in the car tomorrow and go home. It's not exactly failure, it's just circumstances outside of my control, like the wind. Maybe I should have stayed closer to home, more sheltered. Very exposed here on the coast. Sounded nice.
A few moments later.
You're a bit close.
1 hour later.
It's almost 2:30. We are not sleeping. Instead, this one is being a boob monster. Even though the boobs have more or less packed up and gone home. Because they don't have any milk left. Well, having finally got to sleep at about 3 a.m, coffee was definitely needed the following morning. And I actually managed to get it decently hot, which is more than I can say for the cup of tea I had the previous evening. So the wind has sort of calmed down a bit since last night. We did eventually get to sleep. Well, at least I got decent sleep from sort of 3 to 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is pretty late for us to be getting up. Obviously she's having a sleep. She still feeds to sleep. I've got both the doors on the tent open, which is actually quite nice because it lets in a nice through breeze. The sun is shining. I really hate how the veins in my head stand out when I lie down. I am contemplating leaving today rather than tomorrow morning. The wind is supposed to drop, I think, so I'm hoping that it does, and if it does drop considerably, that should make sleeping a lot easier. If we could get a better night's sleep tonight, I'm more than happy to just pack up tomorrow, and then this doesn't feel like such a disappointment. My mum's coming to visit today, I'll chat it over with her and see how I feel, because I've got to go tomorrow afternoon for an appointment, which is another hour drive in the other direction. So I don't want to be too tired for that. I feel absolutely blown to bits. Yeah, just my hair is like completely. I didn't bring a brush. I don't brush my hair a lot, so I didn't even think about like bringing in a brush, but kind of wish I had one now. Anyway, we might go for a walk later if it's not too hot and windy. The cliffs are just over there. Maybe we'll get some nice views of the sea, the lighthouse, maybe there's some lunch soon. I might cook if she goes to sleep and have it ready for when she wakes up. Gonna do tofu scramble with mushrooms and spinach and bread, of course. Well, I was making a delicious tofu scramble until I ran out of gas. Like a camping noob, I never thought I'd get through a whole one. I guess I underestimated how quickly it burns through. Fortunately, my mum is here visiting me, so she's gone to ask at the reception if they sell any, but if they don't, that more or less seals the deal and I have to go home today, not tomorrow, because otherwise it's crisps and naked bars and bread and fruit for dinner. I mean, that's not awful. At least there's no cooking involved, but it's not what I had planned. I don't know, we'll see. Well, they did not sell camping gas, and having talked it over with my mum, I eventually made the decision to pack up that evening and drive home, having stayed only one of the 2 nights. One thing that we did before we left is we just went on a little walk to get a little bit closer to the lighthouse, which was delightful. I was wondering to myself, what did I learn from this experience? When I originally imagined it in my mind, I thought we would camp in a van. I didn't get around to making that happen. I think I kind of forgot in my haste to get something booked that I actually had wanted to do it in a van. Basically, I've learned that camping with a small child, unless you're doing it really frequently and you get really good at doing it, is so much hard work, because the whole idea of camping is that you set up and then you relax and you enjoy the simplicity of camping. And that is what I enjoy about camping. I enjoy getting back to the basics: shelter, food, rest. This was, however, was just like set up in very challenging winds and then continue to work hard serving the needs of a small child. And obviously that's fine, I do that all the time at home, but at least at home you've got mod cons and luxuries and stuff that you don't get while you're camping. The gas was just fighting so hard to stay lit in the wind, and I think that's what contributed to the gas running out. Never mind, these things happen. I didn't bring any spares because I didn't think that I would need more than one. I didn't think that in a day and 2 nights I would get through an entire gas can, but I did. So always bring spares, even if you don't think you're going to need spares. I really enjoyed taking some like new shots and learning a few new things about YouTubing, or not YouTubing, but like making videos and stuff. I really like that. I've obviously got this like car set up now, and I got my microphone so you can hear me, and yeah, I think I want to maybe get like something I could wear so you could do like first person stuff. I think that could be really fun. So to summarize, camping with a toddler solo is a lot of hard work. 2, always bring spares, even if you don't think you'll need them. 3, the coast is always windy. If you're gonna camp on the coast, you need to have a windbreak, and I do have one, I just didn't bring it. And bring a hat. I did bring a hat, and I was very glad to have it, but it was just a bit too warm of a hat, except for when it got cooler in the evenings. But during the day, I really could have used like a cap or something. 4, if you are camping with a small child, it's probably worth having a better structure, whether that's a van or a yurt or a caravan or something. It's definitely worth it. I'm glad that I did it because it was the wish that was left after burning all the other 12. The 13th wish was this one. Go solo camping with Eden. I have now done that. And I don't feel like it was a failure, even though it was difficult and it was not easy and, you know, it was disappointing in some ways. I do have a small selection of lovely memories. And things that are worth doing are rarely easy. And the only time you're really failing is if you don't try at all. So, I think we can call this a success. Have you ever gone camping with your toddler? If you did, tell me how it went in the comments. If you liked this video, you can like it, subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I am doing weekly reviews of my goal attainment, as it were. I am moving towards my goals. I'm aligning myself with my goals. I am becoming who I want to be week on week. So do stick around for those updates, and I will be back with another video next week. Bye!